Welcome back everybody to the Martian, where we're terraforming Mars. We're here on day 208, still at our industrial region, where we are trying to dig up coal and create global warming by burning it, just like in the real world. But here it's actually a good thing. So off stream I got a bunch of coal for incineration to finally get this project going, because it wasn't really doing it. So you see that we're now reaching 30 moles of CO₂, and the pressure is going up quite rapidly. So we probably want to push a bit more. This is my no-life locker. We get some more coal from there to give like the final push for this little project and get our CO₂ up and running. So yeah, I did also a small test to see whether or not I broke the mod, and I kind of did. So although the mod is needed modifying in order for this to work, because by itself I think you need like 200,000 coal or something to create an impact. At least that's the way I understand it. So that's not very feasible. So I multiplied the effect by times 100 or something, or maybe even 150. But of course I'm not an expert on modding. I never did something like that. So I also introduced the effect that now CO₂ gets deleted. So that's a bit of a bummer. So what we'll do is that we'll raise the atmosphere to like 80 or something, see what that will do, and simultaneously I will rechange the mod back to its original bit, so that we won't lose CO₂ during the days, because then this feels like all for naught. So that's the idea. And then I think today we can finally focus on the plant bit, because at the set atmosphere everything should be fine for plants to grow even. So at night the temperature should reach, well, it's actually dropping right now so we can see it. I think it won't cross the -30 now, because we have the 16 moles of CO₂. That's my speculation. Maybe I'm wrong, and then that just proves that we need a bit more CO₂ still. So what we here try to do is to create a similar effect, burning fuel, which generates also CO₂. Couldn't get this thing to work though, the fuel generator. So I tried it a bit in creative, and someone said that I should definitely box it in and set that to a fixed pressure. So I did that. It didn't really work. Yeah, I don't know. And I set the fuel input to like a very low number, like it said on the wiki. So for me this is a mystery, but it's fine, because it looks like our coal setup is working. This is actually quite interesting, because, oh no, I thought we were past the lowest point. No, we're still dropping the temperature I'm talking about. Still going under 23, 24. This is a bit boring maybe to watch the temperature, but it is quite important. Well, we can already walk home while watching this, so it's not important to stay here actually. Should we get rid of the remaining bits of ore? Who knows? I think it's fine. Alright, power saving mode. Let's walk home, take a shower and stuff, and we can admire our plants, which are required for this next bit. 26.1, that's still increasing. So yeah, it took us 200 days to get to this stage. Somewhere at day 170 I transferred the structures from new version of the game to the pre-terrain version of the game to get the mod working. It wasn't a lot of fun, but it worked, so I'm happy that that's possible. 26, I think the 26 degrees is the, well, the minus 26, that's the lowest temperature. So that will actually do, will do just fine. So, and that is with, oh, the molars are a bit strange now at this spot. That's at minus, well, that's 70 molars of CO2, so that's our aiming point. That's what we need. Nice. So, well, there's still a bit of coal that's being burned by our setup. So it will increase a bit more. But this looks very promising. So we might already get our plants out. Though I will do planting only during the day, I think. So that we can see what's going on. Might get these off. Oh, this doesn't have any water. That's not very helpful. So our base is a bit cold actually, at 13 degrees. That's not ideal. But yeah, chicken doesn't mind too much. And I think it will change as well, since now the base will have trouble cooling down. So we might reach the equilibrium point where actually the temperature will fix itself. I forgot about this bit, where we cannot see anything because there's no light there, apart from the grow lights. How much food does our chicken have? Does it actually require more food? 5 plus 30. No, it's perfectly fine. We can take a little bit. So we will process all that. I guess this will be for chicken or something, I don't know. So we'll create some delicious cereal bars. Nice. Alright, we got that going. We got a water, food. Give Bob's extra to weed. He's got a lot actually. Even got a spare plant. And it's just getting daylight. So now we can see what's going on in the back up here. Yeah, we will just... let's see. We'll just take some of these seeds. So these are the plants that are supposed to grow at this low pressure, low temperature environment. So low pressure is actually not that much anymore, it's at 23 kilopascals already. In addition to that, I should do it differently, right? I should go like so. So we want to squeeze some of these still, because it would be nice to have a backup here in base and things go wrong. But we can plant the rest and see which one will grow. The lazy way, natural selection. So we just want to know if these still have the right qualities, so that we're passaging the right strains. So we'll just screen 5, blend those, and ignore the rest. So this one is good. So we'll take that one. That's the wrong machine. Maybe I'm going a bit fast, so I'll slow down with this next bit and explain what I'm looking at. So I'm looking at the growth temperature range, which this one is bad, and the growth pressure range. So I want the temperature to reach -30, that's the minimum that we can reach, and the growth pressure around 10, because it's also great. So this one is actually crap. But this first one was able to do just that. This one is great as well, -30 and 10, so we'll go on the grade stack. Maybe I'll just stick that there. So we want 5 because we have 5 of these trays there. This will be your promising strains, and they will grow inside just to be sure, in case things go wrong outside. So this is also fine. So you can go on this pile. So we already have 3 that are decently. This one is nice as well. We just need one more. We could already go and plant these. And this one is great as well. Right, so we'll plant you as well. So then what we're left with is this stack in our inventory. So this one is crap, actually, we can leave that here. It's this stack in our inventory. So we will use that for planting outside, because we think that they will be able to survive now. We might have overlooked some important other factor, but we'll find out later. So we close our helmet, maybe go for like one quick snack, drink, everything. Yeah. I think we also needed a filter or something, right? Yeah, the carbon one, and maybe already a new nitrogen one. Filter. Can we make the next level one? I think we made some silver. So we'll make that. We might need some grow lights. I don't think we have many, right? We have 1. Alright, so it's making 2. And then we want the nitrogen filter. Which, to be honest, we could just print 2, install 1 downstairs, and we never have to filter our air again. Might be better. Because the problem is that we have nitrogen in our oxygen bottle, this one. Which is something we can quite easily prevent, actually. So this one is a backup then. Oh, this is just a normal one. 1 second. Right. Nice for carrying all this crap. Filter, and then we want the nitrogen one, the medium one, please. And we'll make a grow light. Grow light kit. Guess we make 2 or something. Take some iron walls. This will be clear in a bit, I hope. We don't have iron walls, right? So we'll print that as well. You print that. You print iron walls. that's enough. Alright, first we go downstairs, fix the filter thing before we forget all of our genius ideas. So this is our oxygen filtration system. It's taking the base air, filtering out the oxygen, and a little bit surprised at why there's actually nitrogen in that system then. There's not. Why am I going through all this effort then? Why is then... I don't know. Why there's nitrogen in that system? This I don't understand. I'm producing nitrogen myself? That seems strange. I don't know. I don't understand. We'll just install nitrogen filters and forget about the whole thing. Probably there's some sense behind it, but I don't know what it should be. Right, we have medium one as well. It's fine. Don't ask too many questions. Alright. I think that's all the things that we need. Might be wrong, but we will find out. So the atmosphere is containing 19 moles of CO₂. That's a bit much maybe, but it means that the system is working. I don't know where all these things are actually in the ground. So, oh, there's a hydroponics tray. So there's some over here. I'm not sure if these are in reach of the grow light. No, I think we have to do it a bit differently. Actually, we want it to be a bit closer maybe, right? Oh, that's not really closer, is it? So it goes all the way to here. So the alternative is to build over here, but I think that's also not a great solution, because then we're literally blocking the sun. I don't know, we will just try something. Let's make one more for the show. So the first one will be a hydroponics tray on the ground. It's a little bit strange, I admit. So we want the first one to be here, I think. And then how much space should be between them? I think we can go one more, and that's still fine. So we move you a little bit to the side. And then, so that's basically we leave one in the middle. Like so. Take our cable out. I don't think we need to connect these actually, the data ones, because we're not using... no, we're not using that. We just want them all to be on, and the network will have power or not, depending on the time of the day. Alright, so now they're all on. So the moment there's daylight, these should all switch on. Did we already lose sun? That was fast. Alright, so that's working out. Let's already plant some of these to see what they need. It's in darkness, but it's happy overall. So these are thriving actually. So that generally tells us that they're quite happy. We might just get the plant analyzer chip in our tablet. so that we have a bit more information. Meanwhile, we go to the other base. I have to fix something. Because what's currently happening over there is not much. No, it's yeah, that the whole machinery is shutting off because we reached our goal. And I think we can just leave it on because we already know the effect of the CO₂ is not great enough to really make a difference using just the deep miners and the centrifuges. So I thought we needed to switch those off once we reached our goal. But we can leave them on forever, as they are insufficient to cause a difference on their own. It's the manual mining that pulled it over the line and actually helped us get the last push. It's out of battery, isn't it? I left it on in my pocket like a fool. Right, so we have yeah, still 90 moles CO₂, quite some atmosphere. So this is not doing anything anymore because it ran out of coal. We'll leave it like that. We will replenish the stock from our belt. No light mining session. So this is the chip that I actually want to take a look at briefly. So we'll swap it out. It's not very happy about that, but we need it for a bit. Can it actually see... No, it cannot see this chip because it's on a different network. That's a bit of a problem. We will cheese it. At least I labeled it. So this is called... Yeah, right, I have the correct script in front of me. So I want to import and edit. So what this script does is that it measures the temperature over a range of 20 minutes, so that's roughly 1 day, and it determines the minimum value. So essentially over the time span of 20 minutes it will determine the bare minimum. So it's more or less one cycle of the day, and if we're lucky we determine what the minimum temperature is. And yeah, previously we said that it should shut everything off once the minimum is above -28. Not sure if that's correct. So if this is 0 degrees, then this could indeed be -28. Doesn't matter. We'll change it to 0 degrees because we will never reach that anyway. Might rename this. Because like I said, this thing is not going to make a difference on its own. So we can just leave the mining rig on. In fact, once we plant the plants, then they will generate O2 and take out CO₂. So it's good that we still have a source of CO₂, so we keep the current level. So maybe the deep miner setup will be able to do that. I'm not sure if it can keep up with the plants, because the plants are quite good producers of CO₂, O2. But we'll find out. So this is correct then. So we should export it to the chip. And then we'll swap the chip. And we'll take this out. And we will restore the sorter to its previous state. So, and this is just so that we don't have to carry a laptop with us. I will borrow these, because they're useless for this base. I might take some silicon with me as well. Alright, so at some point this will show the minimum temperature in 20 minute cycle. It's currently wrong, but at some point it will show the value that I was just talking about, of around like -26 we were at, I guess. curious actually. So the temperature now is 0. Curious what it will reach during the day, because if this gets out of hand, then it might be that we make Mars too warm during the day, which is also a problem. I think I will store some of these filters in a locker. Not sure why I'm carrying them around like this. Also, what did I do with the big CO₂? That's the medium one. Right, so we might switch those around. We could just install the medium nitrogen filter as well. We store, or just store all the good ones over here, I guess. And the crappy ones we'll store in a locker. Oh, there's still an empty one. At some point I will have to clean up our base. That day is not today. Nice. So we'll take some of these hydroponic tray stacks. And we will install them outside for our science project. So this is a water pipe. It's connecting to all the hydroponic trays. I guess we can go a bit more to the left then. Even though we didn't install a grow light over there. I guess we won't go to the left. I think I will remove this one, since it's a bit ugly. I think this looks better. So where do we have our trays? So they go all the way to here, and then they stop. And the reason for that is because there's a junction. So there's a corner. So if we make that into a junction, then we can still expand that. So the corner, this is a bit tricky. Oh wait, I'm looking at the wrong row even. This is also a corner. So it goes down, and then to another row of hydroponic trays. Not sure if these are in reach of the light, but that's another thing that we'll find out. Right, but we are just looking at this bit. So what we can do is just expand a bit. And that's the right amount. Junction. I'm lost. So that's one row, second row. Right, there we go. Alright. How are these underground plants doing? I lost them as well. It's quite happy, so I hope this darkness warning will go away when these switch on, but it's no guarantee. Yeah, we might need to change them and move them a bit closer. I'm not sure how to do that. So as soon as light hits that thing, then we'll these lights will be switched on. And maybe we will move to the left actually. I don't know. We don't have any enough brains anyway. So I think we should leave it at this in terms of the hydroponics, and we should focus a bit on getting these conditions right. So for starters we will return these, because I didn't realize how many we already had there. We'll print some more of these walls in case we have to change something with the grow lights, so like 6 or something. Also we'll get the plant analyze chip out, which I don't think I have actually, so what we will actually do is create a plant analyzer chip, which should probably be done at this device. Plant cartridge it's called, which will stick right into your tablet, and then you'll be able to get some more information about plants. Because who doesn't want more information about plants? Would you like to know more about these plants? Subscribe. It looks like there's way more wind than previously, so I've not seen these windmills spinning this fast without a storm, ever. During the day the temperature gets to 40. Things are getting out of hand. Welcome to Mars, where the temperature is like in Spain. Right. Shouldn't you be doing something? Ah, I know what's going wrong. Transformer doesn't have enough power to turn things on. One moment. We can change that. Create a little sneaky passage. Not very sneaky, but we did create a passage. Open this. Yeah, open this one as well, I guess. So we speed it up a bit. Nobody saw that. It's not cheating. So we want to increase the output. There we go. To quite a bit. All the way, we don't care. Alright, they're on as well, so that solved that. Bob's still happy. We can make use of this moment to take a sip of water. Think about our sins. No. Playing God on Mars. Who do we think we are? Maybe take a new battery as well. And restore this bit of window. Can we though? Yeah. Alright, so now plants have some light. They seem reasonably happy, but we'll see more information about plants right now. Growth efficiency 25%. It likes most of the things actually. It's not complaining, but it doesn't have enough light, so it's in darkness. Yeah, so we need to fix that. The way we will attempt to do that is by creating this very smart setup. Now you won't believe this. This is some advanced form of plant growth. Where is the bastard? It's over there. Alright, this is very ugly, and we will change it at some point, but let's first see if we can get the plants growing, and then worry about aesthetics. So it's now not in darkness, and I think that's important. Yeah, so now it's happy. And what's more is that probably we had 2 rows, right? So this one is actually a bad strain that cannot handle the atmosphere, so it will naturally die out. I thought we had another row, which doesn't reach all the way, so we need a bit more of these trays. But yeah, let's first complete this setup, because this seems to be the way to go. Might change the cable as well, because this is expensive cable. Not that we care in terms of expenses, but we do care in terms of laziness. Alright, so this is 1, 2. In terms of laziness, and we don't want to go back and get more cable. That's an important little detail. So you go like this. Is this pretty? Absolutely not. Do we care? Not at the moment, no. It's an experiment, and experiments can be quick and dirty. Like the quote from Mythbusters, where they say the difference between science and just messing around, in most cases it's just a matter of writing down what you did. It's about reproducibility. Where the hell did we get the steel frame from? Alright, let's switch you on. And then things should be a bit more happy. Haha, just too late. But with this we have 1 plant that is alright. 2 plants. I admit this is not ideal, the way that we planted these. So it would be nicer to have like a different area. But I didn't want the hydroponics to show above the ground. So we will get some more of those. I think we had space for, well, let's just get the 7 out. So if you would build them here, then it looks ugly, and here it will be just underneath the ground. I think this is like it's currently shown. This would actually be better, right? So you would see like the outline. But yeah, this is a weird hill surface. I guess I wouldn't mind this setup. So we might need to rethink a bit about where to place this all. So currently they are like that much underground. Maybe this is a better spot to do it then. So you can still see the outline. No, that's not it. You can see my dilemma, right? I think this is what it's currently at, actually also. So that doesn't really make a difference. The hand drill is not a plinth type. Really? Yeah, so I think this is a bit ugly to place them like this. It's an option, but I'm curious to see what this will do. Yeah, it's simply one of those situations we never encountered before. Because I've never tried to grow things outside on Mars, for good reason. So there's hydroponic. So it starts around here, right? Yeah, here are the first ones. Probably these won't get enough light. So probably want to go something like this much. Let's remove this one. I think this will be a first nice setup. So we have space for like, how many do you think are here? I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15. So that's 30 plants. I think that's reasonable. It's a nice start. Alright, so we'll plant the other ones as well. Just because we're confident in our experiment. If we can find a spot. So this one is not happy. So I think we will clear this one. And we'll plant a new one. So this one is happy. So this will tell us something about their genetics, right? And I'm also curious if the second row has enough light, so let's try one as well. So the moment that these weeds will grow, if they will, they're fruiting bodies. That sounds horrible. the wheat grains, I should probably say. Fruiting bodies. I think that's what we should call mushrooms, no? You call them the fruiting bodies or something. My brain. Mixing languages, terminology, it creates this weird mix. Yeah, now we will remove these ores, because they're really ugly. But can we do so without disturbing the terrain? Don't think we can, actually. Set. No. Well, we will create a little dent. Can we crouch now? So I think the copper is ugly. Oh no! We'll leave it like that. I need a rake to rake up all these annoying little ores that are on the surface. Clean them up a bit. Alright, let's try and get rid of this mess. So we get some of these trays. And we got some iron walls and apparently some other kits. We'll leave the rest. Might print some more cable coil. I always feel like the days are too short on Mars. It's probably just as long as the nights. It feels differently. We need like 4 suns like in Star Wars or something. What was that planet called? With 2 suns? So just to clarify my pronunciation, I mean the big shiny glowing orb in the sky, and not the family kind of sun. Now it's nice and warm in our base. That's better. Cool. Let's see. So that's all going. And we might see them actually growing. And the atmosphere it probably will remove CO2 over time, so I think we are losing about 2 a day. That's the wrong chip. Can we just swap them like this? Nope. Menus. So we're down to 80, that seems like a big reduction. Huh. Let's walk to the other base one more time. Is it also 80 over here? Yeah, it is dropping. I'm drifting off. You see how easy it is to get lost here. That's why I need the power line, so I can follow it back home. We're on rails. Alright, so yeah, so that's actually correct, the 81. So we will burn a bit more. But I think this is also, well, after burning a bit, this is the right time to shut off. Well, to restore the mod to the point where I didn't really alter it, so that CO2 won't be deleted anymore. So we burn these for now. And then we'll restore the mod so that the CO2 multiplication factor is taken out of the equation again, and the mod works as intended. So let's get it to like 90 moles, and then I will restore the mod, take a break. And this will be our Martian atmosphere. Definitive. So this measures a maximum of -10 at night. I don't think that's correct. But it's also important to monitor the temperature during the day, and we will have a chance to do so in a bit. Now if it's actually too high, then we know that we have to leave the CO2 depletion on for a bit. So this will be an interesting measurement actually. In order to kill the time, we could actually make a temperature display. So we go like a sensor. We smelt some of the ore because apparently we have some copper in our hand. Always useful. Do we have any sensor kits? We have a console kit that will come in useful. We still have some wire. We need a gas display. Did you just make something? Oh yeah, you did. Alright, I think that should do it. And we'll make the sensor not directly near this installation, maybe like a little bit hidden, so that it's less sensitive to all the things that we're burning next to it. So let's see, we'll make a console over here, I guess. I like the tilted one. So the display, it needs a bit of glass in a bit, but that's fine. Do we have enough cable to actually reach that in the sensor now? guess we do. Alright. Out of harm's reach. Then we should have some glass. Yes, and we still have the data chip here as well. It looks like we're well prepared at this base. We've did this trick before. Currently temperature is 31 degrees already and rising. CO2 is back to the level that we were before. Might help if we also have power. Usually that's one of the key ingredients in these kind of tricks. So we'll print a bit more cable. Let's see. So what we're currently doing is monitoring what the temperature will be during the day with CO2 I want to say concentration, and that's not really the word. Molarity of 90. You see it becomes quite hot now on Mars during the day. 41, still rising. So it might be that this is a bit too much. Talking about too much, should pay attention to the cable printing. Alright, so connect this network up. I think it will be a bit ugly. That's her middle name. Alright, let's get this temperature monitoring going on. Can you detect gas sensor temperature? That's a bit warm. Is it correct? Yeah, it is correct. Alright, so I think this is a bit much. Also don't think this is chicken friendly. At least not when you're aiming to keep them alive instead of eating them. So yeah, we want it to be, I think like 85 would be then more suitable. 85 molars of CO2. So it was a mistake to burn more coal, that's clear. So we won't do that anymore. At least not add additional ones. This is a bit of a mess, this locker. Alright. It's almost 60 degrees on Mars. It's a bit much. It is 60 degrees, alright. So what we'll do is we'll walk back to the other base. We'll wait for the CO2 to drop a bit, because that's the limitation of the current state of the mod, that it will delete CO2 over time. And once it reaches like 85 or something, then we'll restore the mod to its original version and then stop messing around with it. But that it will still actually increase the amount of CO2, but then in a more natural way, without the multiplier going on. And then the plants, they will also generate O2, probably at a very low rate. So I don't think we will have breathable air in like the next hour. But yeah, it should be working actually. I really have the feeling that the windmills pick up speed when you increase the atmosphere. Is that correct? I guess there will be more wind and more power stored in the atmosphere when there is more of it. Is that the way it works? I'm not an expert on weather. How are the plants doing? It's too hot. Scalding hot. Alright, so there's a little surprise for you. So is it damaging them actually? Oh no, I stored... No, I stored the plant ship at the other base. We'll just make a new one. Nobody saw that. Don't want to walk back there. Feels like I wasted a lot of time. But I think the trip itself was only 2 minutes or something. Nobody noticed. Might get a new battery as well. It has 0 growth efficiency because the max ideal temperature is 34. But it can withstand it, so it doesn't care about it too much. But yeah, it's not happy about it. 99% carbon dioxide and it needs 1. The limit of pollutant is also not a problem. Nor is the amount of volatile, so that's quite nice. So that's all fine. I'm curious, what can a chicken actually withstand? Can it withstand 60 degrees or will it just die? Doesn't say so, does it? Does it say so on the wiki? What's the maximum amount of pressure for a chicken? No, the temperature. Chicken. Oh, I think this is a bit off. So they say the egg will hatch in right condition 20 to 30 degrees, but I think that's like 30 to 40, 35 probably. They will eat a bunch of stuff. They take no damage from the temperature, tested with minus 200 degrees and 400 degrees. Huh. This is a log on the Stationeers entry where someone experimented with chickens. Cruel, cruel world. Oh, well, the plants are fine. They're not taking damage yet. I don't remember what their temperature resistance was, but I'm guessing it's fine. So now we should see temperature restoring, reducing I mean. The CO₂ value is wrong, it's not 50. It's almost 100 moles, yeah, so we want it to be dropping actually. That's fine, it will do so. Before we set this planet ablaze. I'm curious about the temperature at night though. We'll go and check it out from the inside of our base, while we also check what our plants can withstand. But yeah, at least this is working. The plants are not yet dying, not taking any damage. So that's all going fine. Just that we overdid it a little bit with the pressure and with the CO₂. But we're looking for a balance, and once we've reached that balance, we will save those settings, so to say. Keep it that way. We will take the suit, I guess. And let's see what it said. So they can take up to 64 degrees, so we're almost over the limit. So the orange bit is like the limit before to take damage, and the blue one is the optimal growth conditions. So actually the growth pressure has a very narrow range of being optimal. I think it says 36, but I don't know what the upper and lower limit is, but it's somewhere in that range. And we're currently at 32, so that's not too bad. This is measured from the outside actually. Should probably mention that. This is measuring the number of CO₂ outside, but then only taking into account the second decimal, so that we get some information out of it. Otherwise, we just stick at 99 all the time. So this way, I think it will be a bit clearer. Not sure about that. That probably would be cool. And now we can check what the temperature will be at night with this high atmosphere outside, like the almost 100 molars of CO₂. We might harvest some more grain since we're here. So I'm curious if we can grow chickens outside, but I think the answer is no, depending on if they can withstand the temperature at night. Well, if the chickens really don't take damage from 60 degrees, then we might just leave it at this actually. Although it feels a bit unnatural to get like 60 degrees on a planet, right? I don't know, I cannot make up my mind about this. What to do? What's that? I got another chick! Because my base is a bit warmer than expected. Alright, not complaining. You can have another one, Bob, if you want. Do we still have some eggs? Just get more chickens. Get them all out. Oh, that one died. Sorry, chicken. Life was not for you. I tossed you against the wall. Me and my clumsy butterfingers. Alright. Poor chicken. Cruel, cruel world. I'm such a horrible person. Alright. Nobody saw that. I might clip that as actually. Temperature monitoring, that was our job. So what do you think it will be? Last time it was minus 26 with an atmosphere of 60. So I think we might actually reach like 15 or something, minus 15. Curious. We cannot measure that actually, I tried it. I couldn't really find a way to measure the molars of CO₂ in the atmosphere. There's probably a way to do it, but I couldn't think of a way. And the reason for that is because the gas sensor, it can measure a whole lot of things like the ratio of carbon dioxide and the pressure, but not the molarity. Now the pressure will of course change depending on the temperature, and the temperature will shift during day and night. So those are not really interesting things to use as a reference point. Now you could use like the ratio of volatiles or something. I don't know how to do this, but I couldn't find a way to kind of display the molarity of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere over the course of some days. I thought of a way to actually use pipe sensors. Or pipe analyzer it's called. Because this one can do a bit more. So this one can read just molarity in total, I think, total moles. So using ratios you can then convert relative values back to absolute ones. So I thought that would be cool. But the problem that you encounter then is that you have to use a pipe. So you will only be measuring the moles in that pipe. So you then has to, I should probably not leave this on like this, analyzer. So the problem that you have then is that, yeah, you don't know, it doesn't really translate to the real world value, you're only measuring in that bit of piping. So you of course can use passive vents, so then you know that's the actual value of outside, but you're still measuring only the total volume in that tiny bit of pipe. So that's not representative. So yeah, I could figure out a way to do that easily. Haha, we have a whole chicken family going on. Might be a bit of a problem what we're doing now with these chickens, with the amount of food that they eat. I'm not sure if we can keep them alive, but that's a problem for another day. I think we increased the number of chickens a bit early. Alright. Oh no, we missed the dip. Because I talk too much. But I think it should be around 0. Then. If it's now climbing up to 10. So when I started talking it was dropping from 10 downwards, and now we're starting from 10 again. So I think actually it's above 0. Did you pay attention? Did anybody see it? I might watch the VOD. Because I think it was like this, so technically... Oh no, then you cannot see it. Not sure where I was. Was something like this? Maybe, if we're lucky. Alright. So we should do drinking, eating, and going outside. We did take some fresh oxygen already. Where's our helmet? There it is. Still our noob gear. Alright. So probably CO2 is reducing again. No, it's not. It's at 100. Right, and now it's 50. It's taking into account altitude. So it changes based on some weird pockets of air or something. I don't know how this works, but it's fine. Grow light is going on. Growing is switching on. Plants are still growing, right? It's very happy actually, until it gets scorching hot. But it's fine. Cool. I will take a small 10-minute break. We'll continue after that. And I think I will leave this running because we just ate and drink, so that should be fine. And we will skip time then a little bit. So yeah, I'll be back in 10 minutes. Let's write that in chat. In 10 minutes. And I hope to see you then.